When you go through a breakup, it feels like your life is over. You can't think, you can't eat, and everything reminds you of her. You feel like you're at a new low in your life, but that's normal, because every man goes through a breakup at least once or twice in his life. And for most men, a breakup can ruin his life. But if you know what to do, it can literally be the best thing that has ever happened to you. So let me break it down for you guys. A breakup is one of those rare moments in your life where your body just unleashes an insane amount of energy. Every emotion, every ounce of stress, all the focus you had on her, it doesn't just disappear. It just gets released all at once. And most people can't handle that energy. Most people don't know what to do with it. So what they do is they're trying to numb themselves. Numb themselves with drugs, with alcohol, with other women. But instead of numbing ourselves and escaping that energy, we can use that energy to build ourselves to a level we can't reach under normal circumstances. So all this pain and all this energy, we will use it to skyrocket our progress. So instead of watching back at this period of your life and thinking it was the worst period of your life, you will look back and think, this was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. The first thing we need to do is to control the damage. Because all this energy can help you to progress in your life at an insane speed, but only if you control it. And the thing is, 99% of men, they can't control it. Instead of controlling it, they escape it. Escape it by doing drugs, alcohol, women, distracting themselves with other things. We need to face this pain instead of escaping it. Because if you escape it by distracting yourself with all that bullshit, you lose twice. You not only lost your girl, but you also proved her right. Because you can't even handle this breakup. This relationship was all you had. But we need to prove to ourselves at least that we are better than this. We need to accept the pain and just work through it. And it's hard, guys. I'm not saying this is easy. This is very hard, but the payoff is huge. And it's okay to be upset for a week. Just take a couple of days off. Hang with your friends, chill a bit, watch some movies. Just let it all sink in. It's okay. Just take a couple of days. Maximum 1 week. Because at some point you just need to move on. And it's with everything in life. It's with a breakup. It's when you lose someone you really care about. After my relation broke up and when my father died, those things were very close to each other. I just moved on the next day. Because I knew being sad and crying and pity myself, it won't bring them back and it won't help me either. So it's okay for a couple of days, but at a certain point you just need to move on. And I would say after a week, just take the hit and move on. The second thing we need to do is to detach from her. You need to remove her out of your entire life. Remove her on social media. Block her on every platform. Just unfollow her. If she trains at the same gym, go to another gym. You just don't want to interact with her anymore. Don't talk with her, and it's better to also not see her. Because a lot of people, they leave the door a bit open. And when you cling on to her, that will prevent you from moving. And what really works best is just to delete her and everything. I had the same thing. I thought, I'm still good with her. I can still follow her. But I noticed every time I saw her stories, I literally felt sick. I felt sick on my stomach. I just couldn't handle seeing her. Especially in the weekend when she went out and things. It made me sick, man. So I just knew I need to block her and everything. I need to delete her and everything. And I know I blocked her on Instagram and shit. And then she messaged me. I don't know why girls just can't see that those things. I have no idea how they do it. But like on social media, they're really like FBI level. They know everything. So she asked me why I removed her and everything. And I just said, I can't handle watching you. I was just honest with her. I said, I can't handle it watching you. So that's why I deleted you and everything. And they understand. They feel good about it as well. They think, he really has feelings for me. Never mind, guys. Just remove her and everything. It will really help you to move on. Second, and this, I can't stress this enough, guys. Never, ever talk bad about her. Don't do it. Because it's just a cheap way to feel better about yourself, but in the long run, it won't do shit. The best revenge you can have on her is to be quiet, ignore her, work on yourself, and to be as successful as possible, because that way she will regret it. Because trust me, girls always keep an eye on you. You don't notice it, but they see you. They see when you work hard after a breakup and you level up and you get better girls, etc. They see it. And trust me, at a certain point, she will send you a message. At a certain point, she will try to find contact with you again. Happened to me as well, guys. I can guarantee you it will happen. So just be a classy gentleman. Don't talk bad about her, because talking bad about her only shows weakness on your side instead of strength. And one important thing to remember when you want to detach with her is she's not that special. You just made her special. It's the same as when you walk on the beach in Spain and you're on vacation and you just want something to take back home and you find a rock on the beach and you just grab that rock and take it back home. And that rock is kind of special for you because you found it on a beach in Spain. But it's just a rock. That rock was just in the right place at the right time and you just took it. And that rock is nothing special. You just made it special. Same with girls. She's just a girl. There are a million versions of her. There are even a million girls that are better than her. But you made her special. She's not that special, trust me. Maybe she was the best option you had at that time. But once you level up, you will have way more options. You will have access to way better girls, more attractive girls. Girls will literally fight for you at a certain point. So you will find another girl that you will love and you will be happy with. So don't think you lost something precious. There are so many other girls. You will be alright. And probably even years later when you look back, you realize that that girl wasn't as good as you thought. You just didn't have any other options. This is my favorite chapter, guys. Be accountable. At this stage, you need to identify why you broke up and be 100% accountable, as a man should. So let me explain this. Because she left you for another guy. That other guy is just better than you in some way. You need to identify what you were lacking. Maybe you weren't the same guy as at the start of your relationship. Maybe you became lazy. You got in worse shape. You made less money. You didn't give her enough love and attention. Just identify what you were lacking. Or the second option is, she was evil. It was all her fault. You just dated the wrong girl. And that's also feedback. That's also your fault. Because apparently you can choose the right partner for you. So either you were lacking and you need to improve, or you're just bad at choosing a partner. So it's always your fault. Whether she's a hoe or you're lacking, doesn't matter. It's always your fault. Take 100% accountability. So what we are going to do is we are going to analyze this feedback to know what we need to improve on. And that's where the real chapter begins, guys. Now the time has come to get all that energy and funnel it into the things you need to improve on. Maybe you need to get in better shape. Maybe you need to make more money. You need to be more charismatic. You need to be a better man in general, better at speaking. You just need to be the best version of yourself. And all this pain, all this energy, if you funnel it into the right things, it will help you to improve rapidly. Because all that feeling of pain is just raw energy you have access to now, but it will fade away. You have just a couple of moments in your life in which you have access to this insane amount of energy. So you just need to use it. Because you shouldn't remain the same guy she left. Talking about that raw energy, you can just see the people who can use this energy. A couple months ago, I was in the gym and I saw some guy, a little bit younger than me. He was squatting like 3-4 plates and he was squatting till failure. The most insane set I've ever seen. When I saw him squatting like that, I knew instantly he's going through a breakup. Because that amount of energy, you just can't do that in normal circumstances. If you really squat till extreme failure, you can only do that when you are in great pain. It's just something, if you squat yourself, you will know this as well. You can only push yourself with squats to the maximum level if you are in great pain. So I was just bold. I came up to him and I said, damn, crazy set. He said, thank you. I said, are you going through a heartbreak? Man, he said, yes. My girlfriend broke up last week and my parents are divorcing right now. I just knew it. I could just see it. It's that powerful, guys. So use that energy to build and don't waste it. Don't numb yourself. Don't distract yourself. Use it. And it is hard. You need to work through the pain, but the payoff is huge. So it's totally worth it, guys. And the last chapter, guys, freedom. You're a free man now. Enjoy it. Now is your time to enjoy. Don't try to enjoy it the first weeks or the first months after your breakup, because at that point you're just numbing yourself. You're just distracting yourself from the pain. First, use that pain to build. Once you build, it's time to reward yourself sometimes. You're a free man. Date a lot of different girls. Try to find out what you like. Because most of you guys don't even know what you like. How many girls have you dated? Like 5 different ones, 10 different ones? There are so many different girls. Just enjoy your freedom. Date many different girls to understand what you want in a partner. And like I said, only do this after you build yourself. Don't do it too quickly. And if you do this, don't lose yourself in it. A lot of guys, and this is something I see happening a lot of times. You're like a normal dude. You go through a bad breakup. You use this energy to build yourself. You do everything right. You have built yourself up to a great, great man. So at this point, suddenly you have access to all these beautiful women. You had never access to them before. And some people can't handle it. They fall in love with the first hot girl they met. And trust me, This is for another video, to be honest, but I can say you one thing. The hotter the girl, the better she is at the game. These girls know damn well that they are hot and how the game works. So most of them, they know that you want them because you never had access to these girls. So you just want them too bad. And that's a danger. You can lose yourself in them and go basically to the same thing you've already been to. So be careful. Enjoy yourself, but don't lose yourself in this. But that's with everything in life, guys. Like, everything is fun, but all fun things can be too much fun, and in the process of that, you will destroy yourself. So be careful, man. So to wrap this video up, going through a heartbreak can be one of the most toughest times in your life. But if you know what to do after, it can be one of the best things that have ever happened to you. You just need to control that energy, detach from her, and to know what to work on. And you will be a changed man. You won't be the same guy that she broke up with. And trust me, you will hear back from her, because she will see that you are winning and she will regret her mistake. And if you're a real G, you ignore her. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time and I will see you next time. Ciao.